Welcome to the Fortunates Events podcast series where industry pioneers and experts share insight on innovations, strategies, and trends shaping the future of transport and infrastructure. I'm your host, Vitra. In today's episode, we will be discussing smart roads, stronger futures, ECO's vision for infrastructure with Mr. Osama Al Rawi, Managing Director of ECO. Since 1997, Mr. Osama has transformed ECO from a specialized supplier into a leading provider of comprehensive infrastructure solutions across the GCC and the Middle East. Under his guidance, ECO has earned a reputation for excellence in bridge construction, road safety, flood protection, water management, and smart mobility, while partnering with the world-class manufacturers from the US and Europe. Mr. Osama, it's such a pleasure to have you here. Welcome to the podcast.
Pleasure for me as well. Thank you. Thank you,
Now,
Mitra.
let's begin with our first question. ECO has evolved from a supplier into a full-scale infrastructure solutions provider. What emerging transport or construction trends do you believe will define the UAE and GCC market over the next 5 years? And how is ECO directly adding value to the country through these opportunities?
Okay. Thank you very much for this chance. Let me just briefly introduce ECO to you and to the auditors. Look, ECO it's an Emirati company established in 1997, specialized in engineered solutions. And we represent many international companies, like you mentioned, European and American, all of them in infrastructure, specialized in infrastructure projects. And then we have now, for the time being, we have 8 divisions. Each division is specialized also in a different field, but all engineered business. And then we have 6 offices in GCC plus Iraq. So we cover this region. And, this region is booming and developing quickly. So we have to add value to this region by having new technologies. So this is ECO briefly, how we started in 1997. Now, back to your question. Yes, at the beginning, we started with as a supply of engineering products, mostly structure and road safety. But then we found that this is not enough, and this task is not for us, and not also satisfying our clients. So what we have done, we developed a system to have a complete solutions for these specialized items. As an example, we started with a design team. We have a engineering office, big design team with a drawing, with a design. Then we do the production and with our partners in Europe. Then we do the logistics by ourselves. So this is also another team to do the logistics, because this is special items and engineering devices need really special care when you transport it from place to place. And then we have a procurement office to be sure that everything is for example, the shipping companies. We have to choose the right shipping company to transport these devices. And then we have very important technical sales office who secure the job and follow up until we got it approved. And the most important is the installation team. We have a very good installation team. All those people trained with our partner in Europe, and that's why we can do a lot of things by ourselves here independently. We don't rely on our partner at all. This is one of the reasons that we have to develop our system from only supply to a engineered solution.
Thank you so much for sharing that. It is amazing. Very glad to hear these strategies that were implemented. Now, on to our next question.
Mhm.
Smart mobility and advanced road safety systems are hot topics for investors. Can you share a recent eco initiative or pilot that highlights how you are creating tangible impact and value for cities, developers, and road users?
Okay, as we mentioned, this region it's the most developed region now in the world. I mean, they are developing very fast, and to satisfy the designers and the authorities and our clients, so we have to bring a new system satisfying their requirement in the design of the projects. And this is what we normally do. We have a really good connection. We participate in many conferences and many exhibitions to check which system can match in our region. Especially, you know that we have a very aggressive environment. So you need to choose the right system for a longer life, for less maintenance. And this is all these factors. It's not easy to choose the partner. So this is what we do normally, and we have done a lot of we propose a lot of solutions here, and it's working very well. One of the things that I'm really proud of, more than 25 years, we brought they call it wire rope guardrail system. And in the Western region, as you know, especially in Abu Dhabi, there is a lot of sands and open area. So before, I'm talking about before 2000, they were using a concrete barrier and guardrail, W beam guardrail. And unfortunately, because of the sand and the wind, then this sand it accumulated on the highways and making a lot of accidents for the vehicles. You know, when you drive fast and you found immediately a sand, so it really became dangerous. So what at that time the authorities were removing this sand on daily basis, and but unfortunately, second day the sand will come again. So what we have done, we propose a system having a safety tested, impact tested, and it's working perfectly because it's allowing the sand to pass. So we reduce the cleaning, we reduce the maintenance, and also the system is more flexible than the rigid concrete barrier and the guardrail. So until now, or if you go to the western region of Abu Dhabi, thousands of kilometers has been supplied and installed by our team. So this is really one of the. I'm just give you an example, but we have a
Yeah.
lot of examples like that.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing those examples with us. It was truly very inspiring. Now, moving on to our next question. ECO represents leading manufacturers from the US and Europe.
Mm.
How do these partnerships give you a competitive edge, and how are you using them to secure larger regional projects and international investment?
Okay, I mean, if you have such partnership with a European and American company, we should not think about commercial at all. Normally, this is the last thing for us. I mean, everybody knows that any production in Europe or in the States, it's much more expensive than the Far East. But for us, this is out of our principles. We normally look on into the technical and quality of the product and how much the experience of this company has. And as an example, for bridge devices, structured devices, bearings and expansion joints, and also seismic devices, there were a lot of companies in Europe. We can make a partnership with them, but we choose in Maurer. Maurer almost 150 years now experience in this field, and German. Everybody knows that German products one of the highest quality. Although price wise, commercially, it wasn't easy for us to secure jobs here, but at the end we brought the latest of the art, latest technologies to the country, and to reduce this is also it's a formula. I mean, you bring something expensive, but at the end you are reducing the maintenance and replacement of these devices in the future. So you will have a longer service life.
Yeah.
If you compare it 100 years with any other devices, you will change this device maybe once in this 100 years, while the others you need to change it 5 times. So this is we can call it sustainability also, because it's reducing the maintenance, reducing the lifting the bridges to replace these bearings. So this is one example of one of our partner, and our core business is for structure devices for the bridges. And the same for the others. We normally go, we choose our partner really after a long study and analysis until we are satisfied and our client will be satisfied with their quality as well.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Now, on to our final question for the day. Beyond environmental responsibility, how is ECO turning areas like road safety, bridge construction, and smart infrastructure into profitable and impactful advantages for the UAE?
Yeah, this region, as you can see, it's developing very fast, and it's not easy to find the right product to satisfy the designers. But based on our experience now, almost 28 years in this market, we built a really very good relationship with all authorities. There is a trust relationship between us. So we consider ourselves as advisor for the authorities to giving them some ideas and some new technologies to use it in our region. At the same time, we built a very good relationship also with most of the designers and consultants here. So we work with them as a sub design for our, because this is our specialty. So we work with them as a sub design for some product which is our in our field. And the good thing that most of them, we working together with them, it's been specified. And then at the end, with the contractor, most of the contractor, they go for the standard work. But when it is something special, they prefer to deal with a specialized company to do this work. We do this. We have a very good installation team. We have a skilled, trained by our partners. So we have annual trained for our team. Most of our team are engineers. That's why they can understand the engineering work easily. So we work with this contractor as a sub contractor for them to do this work. So what we have done, we propose a lot of items to reduce the maintenance and replacement so that it has a longer service life. One of the examples also, I can give you an example, which is it's called smart crash cushion. Crash cushion nowadays everywhere you can find it in UAE and also in the region. But there's something called smart crash cushion which can take more than one accident. So normally, any crash cushion, if there is any impact by a vehicle, you need to replace it or repair it immediately. This one, it's called smart crash cushion. Then it can take more than one accident and without any touch, without any repair. So this is also we are working on it. Very very soon you will find a lot in the market. But this is the added value that eco is we are doing here in this region, and it's due to our strong partnership with the European and American companies, and also the trust relationship between us and the authorities and the consultants and designers. So I'm proud of having this network. You can consider us as a coordinator for all those,
Yes.
because we are coordinating all this network.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Osama, for sharing us
Thank
your
you.
journey, the future implementations you have in store for it. So I wish you all the best. I wish ECO all the best. Now, this has been such an insightful conversation. We are also excited to have ECO as our diamond sponsor at the second annual Transport Infrastructure Construction Summit UAE. Happening this 21st to 22nd October in Abu Dhabi. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your perspective.